Hello everybody. Welcome back to the Lake Laogai server. How are you doing? Yeah? Good. Pleased to hear it. I'm doing well myself. Today is the day. We're taking down these chests, which can only mean one thing. We're starting work on what, at the time of recording, I believe to be the largest farm on the server. So I've moved all of the materials over to where we're going to be starting even. We're going to take a little trip over there now. Does mean getting our feet wet in a boat, but it's not that far. So I'm going to speed this bit up and I will catch you over at the site. See you guys in a second. Okay then guys, here we are, in the middle of an ocean. Exciting, huh? The reason that we're building it out here is purely because of lag. This farm may cause some, so I wanted as little as possible loaded up, which is why we are in the middle of an ocean. We're also going to be going up there. So that even less of this down here is loaded, which should help out with the old frames. There is some land off in the distance there, and I believe... is that it? Oh, a little bit there. That's it. There's a clue. To those of you who have watched me for a little while and saw my videos from the MumboCraft server, I built this farm on that. Well, no, I half built this farm on the server. I tried to rush it. I didn't have enough obsidian. I started building the farm thinking that I had enough, and I was putting it into episodes, so I eventually got burnt out mining obsidian, and I just didn't want to build the rest of it. It was also a much larger server. There were a lot of people playing on it, and it was invariably going to cause some lag, and so I never finished it. But chatting to some of the guys on here at one point, and one of them, I think it might have been Croc, just said to me, I think you should build it again. And I'm going to. We're going to be building the Gold Cylinder. It's an overworld gold farm. It's an adaptation from a design that I found online, which utilizes the AI of the pigman and the mob's ability to only move within a 32 block radius of you. So maximizing like the volume of pigmen that can move within your vicinity. I have tweaked the old design that I used, which means we are actually cutting down on spawning space, but we're actually increasing the rate at which the mobs should die. Therefore, hopefully actually increasing spawn rates in the long run, which for me is a bit technical, and it's not really something that I usually deal with, but I've played around in creative a lot with this, and the rates are good. As I say, the lag isn't huge. It's still there, but you're going to get that with any huge farm. Yeah, so I've got a fair amount of resources all gathered up here. As mentioned in a previous video, this isn't going to be normal episodes. This is just going to be me building the farm. They're going to be standalone episodes, one, maybe two, depending on like how much progress I get done, how much I want to show you of what I'm actually doing, etc., etc. So I've got all the time in the world to build this. I've got all the time in the world to go and mine some obsidian. If I run out, you know, this farm might take me months to build. Months. But it does mean that we will get a finished project, which is very exciting. Why do we need a gold farm? We don't really. But it is useful for things like beacon bases, which, you know, eventually I will make this farm public. But for a little bit, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be AFK in here, collecting all the gold, etc. And I will be combining all the nuggets and ingots and stuff into blocks, and I will be selling whole beacon bases. Also gives us the opportunity to sell golden carrots, and this will actually sort out our food situation, which has been fairly dire for quite a long time. So that is exciting for me. Yeah, that is really it. It's not going to have an XP mode. It's purely going to be for the drops. That's it. We've got the Ender for XP. We've also got the Jewel Spawner that Croc made. You know, we don't need another source of XP at all. If I wanted to do that, I would have gone into the Nether and I would have built Snow Crash's XP gold farm on the roof of the Nether. This is just something a little bit different, something that I wanted to do, and so this is it. I'm going to make a quick little cut here, and I'm going to start planning out the beginnings of the build, and I will bring you back in when I've got something to show for myself. Catch you guys in a second. Bye-bye. Okay, ladies and gents, I've got where I want to start, which is right here. Got ourselves a little glass platform. A lot of this farm will be glass, as you can tell by the huge amounts in here. This will eventually be linked up to the Nether, so I'll have a Nether portal somewhere around here. This will all be, of course, tidied away somewhere, hopefully, if I can remember to do it. But that's going to come right at the end, because obviously we're going to have portals up at the sky, and portal down here, and yeah, maths and things. Nah. Anyway, we're going to need a way to get up to the top of this farm, and I figured that the best way to do it, as the translocator elevators are no longer really in use, would be a minecart elevator. And I'm slightly ashamed to say that I've never ever built one of these. One of the fastest ways to get up and down in Minecraft, and I've just never built it. And I've been playing this game for years. So yeah, this is this is a new one for me. I have built one in creative, and you know, I've watched a tutorial video, so hopefully I won't make a mess of it. The first thing to obviously do, for me anyway, is to pillar up here. These are the blocks that the ladders will be placed on. So then I can just go up and how high is that? That's 64 plus 24, 80, 88. Do you know what? That ain't bad. I think I'm good for here. So this will be the top of the platform. And we will here be surrounded by portals. So now what I need to do is I need to jump down. Oh, that was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. Oh dear. Right, just make sure I've got my silk touch, and then we can hop up like that. So as far as I remember, you can have a 3-block gap, and then have the minecart. I tell you what, we'll test this. Let's just say hello to Mr. Danoobs. Hello there, Mr. Danoobs. And then we're going to want... Oh, we're actually going to want a block at the back there as well. Like that. And then we can put a block there. Put our rail down. I didn't really want it facing that way, but oh well. And then do we take that out? And then... Am I doing this completely wrong? We shall see. You go down there, you sit on there, and then I do that. Right, let's just make sure we can reach this. We can. Marvellous. Marvellous McMarvellous. Huh. Easier than I thought. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Place the ladder. Hey. So, but. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place the ladder. Let's just do that. That is Mr. Danoobs offering me some more obsidian. I do love you, Mr. Danoobs. I'm going to make a cut here, and I will continue building this. And then when I get to the top, I'll bring you back in. Catch you guys in a second. Bye-bye. Right. Minecart elevator is in. Once I got into a rhythm, pretty good. Made a mess up in the first few ones. I'm sure some of you probably saw. The first minecart can go up 4 blocks. The next one has to go up 3 because obviously you're sitting in the minecart. And, yeah, you can't reach it if it's up 4. So let's go all the way to the top. Please excuse my clicky mouse. And here we are up at the top. Ta-da! So now we have a safe way up. And go on, a safe way down. Now, at some point along here, you will see the glass change to magenta. Here it is. There it was. Here. This will be the collection floor. So the mobs are going to drop. We're going to kill most of them with fall damage. Some of them, the baby pigman chicken jockeys, will be suffocated because obviously they won't die from fall damage. I don't think anything spawns with feather falling. Not entirely sure. But yeah, we'll find out and we can make changes and stuff to that. So that is this bit done. The next part requires me to pop back into my creative world and just check up on a few things. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll bring you back in when I have more of an idea of what on earth I'm doing. Catch you guys in a second. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, numbers have been checked, and I am good to start building again. So this block here is the center of the farm. From here, everything emanates, as it were. We're going to have a cylinder with an outer width, outer distance of, what is it, 61 blocks across. Now the pigman AI means that they will move within 32 blocks of the player, so we're only ever going to be, if we stand right here, only ever going to be 30 blocks away. So it does cut down on 2 spaces all the way round, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. What we're going to need to do is we've got 1, 2, 3. Count these out to 30. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 30 on the other side, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 30, so that gives us our width of 61. Excuse my voice just then. And what I'll do is I will just punch away that block there and pick you up. Right, so now what we need to do is... maybe... just maybe I need to rebuild these already. Yes, I think I do. So ignore all the progress we've just made. I'm going to sort this out and I will catch you guys in a second. Bye. Okay guys, I've got the heights all sorted out. That is where I want that. And I've done a little bit more work over here. Here's a big black box. This is going to be one of our main pigman funnels, I guess you'd call it. It will have water streams going across it along down here, and that will eventually come into a drop zone. Just imagine that these bits of black wool aren't here, and then on top of that, that is where we are. This level here is where we are going to start the portals. So the portals we're running horizontally along like that. We'll have some in the middle, some out going to the sides, everything like that. And the pigmen will be funneled down into this main chamber and will come down this way. So the next part of the project is to replicate what we've got here onto this side, and then we can start building the platform, this big circular platform, which is going to take an awful lot of wool. So I'm going to crack on with that, and I'm going to see you guys in a second. Bye. Right guys, that's it. This has been replicated on that side, or that side's been replicated on this side. I can't remember. Anyway, now it is time for everybody's favourite thing, building a massive circle. I'm not going to make you sit through it all. I'm going to do a little speedy up bit. So I'll catch you guys after I've done that. Bye. Okay guys, quick change of plan. Somebody who shall remain nameless has built this wrong already. May or may not have been me. This platform is actually only 30 until the centre. We need it 31. It's a fairly quick fix of just moving this wall one block back. Not too difficult. It just means that I have lost quite a few stacks of black wool, which is a pain, but you know, this happens. What you gonna do, eh? I'm gonna fix this, and I'm going to fill in the circle. We're going to skip the time lapse because I've tried editing it a little bit and it's not interesting in the slightest. So I'm actually going to save you from watching that, you lucky things. Anyway, I'm going to fix my mistake, and then I'm going to bring you back in when everything's looking all purtified and stuff. Catch you guys in a second. Bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back. I have sorted everything out because I had to. Not because I wanted to, because I had to. All of the circles are, the circle is in. I'm now beginning the incredibly tedious job of filling it all in. And I've also used up all of my torches. So what I'm basically creating now is an enormous mob spawning platform. Not the mobs that I want, just the death mobs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cut. I'm going to sort all of this out, fill it all in, probably pop back to base, pick up some coal and some torches, or just some coal. And I'll bring you back in when this is all done. And then on to the next stage. Catch you guys in a second. Bye. Good morning, everybody. The sun is rising. What a beautiful day it is in the big black crown of evilness and death. I have been busy. My fingers are cramping something chronic. But I've got everything filled in that I need to for now. I've also built up this 2-high wall here, as well as markers for the corners of the portals that are going up here. So as you can see, there is a 1-block gap between the portals. This is something that was absent in the previous design. I had blocks of like from here to like over here would just be solid portal, and it meant that the pigmen had to walk quite a long way. If they spawned in the middle, they'd have to walk quite a long way to get to an edge. Sometimes they didn't do that, so they were just stuck in the portals for absolutely ages. This should hopefully combat that, fingers crossed. But those are my last 2 wool blocks. And the wool was something that I was fairly confident that I would have enough of. So what I'm going to have to do now is I'm actually going to have to go and AFK at my sheep farm and gather up a load more. Which is part of the reason why I'm recording these episodes like I am. So that I can go and do that and not interrupt normal scheduling. So I'm going to go and do that. And I will bring you back in once I've got some more wool walls built. Catch you guys in a second. Bye-bye. Alright then, everybody, we are back a couple of hours later. A couple of dragon fights later as well. That was good fun. Go and check out either Wintergrave, T-Croc17 or Danoobs' channel if you want to watch that. I didn't record any of it. I figured they'd probably do a better job than myself, and they probably will. This is the progress that we've made. So these are 2 high walls coming across here. The portals will sit on top. The pigmen will fall into these canals, which will have water channels flowing into them and therefore into here. That is that. Marked out all the spaces for the portals. These white wall blocks here aren't going to stay. They are so that I can place some fence posts, some gates down on them so that the water won't flow but the pigmen can still get through. I think that's something that I'm going to do next, and I'm also going to bring up a load of obsidian, and I guess we'll start marking in where the portals are going. Ugh. It's all getting serious. Catch you guys in a second. Bye-bye. Right, that is the base of all of the portals in. That's quite a lot of obsidian. Like, quite a lot. That was a full inventory. And I don't think I've mined enough obsidian yet. Luckily, now that the end dragon has been respawned, there are obsidian pillars again. So I can just go and steal some of that. There is one last thing I want to do this episode. And that is to chuck in some magenta glass around the sides. Just because I think it's going to be easier to do it now rather than later. So I'm just going to gather some of that up. Put some of this back. Ugh. Yeah, nowhere near enough. What do I need? I need some magenta dye, and we'll take some glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you in the middle. You all... No, don't want to dye my shovel magenta. Although, it would look fabulous. Just going to chuck this in. And... boom, chicka boom, boom. Let's go back up top and I will show you where I need to be placing this. That looks so cool. It's like going up into the middle of a UFO or something. Right, and this is how I get up. Like so. Now let's hop over to the other side. I do need to take out some of these wall blocks and stuff. I will do that later. And then what we need to do is we need to fill in these bits here, because we don't want the pigmen coming off this side. We want them all going off into their channels, and this is just a good marker for that. So I've got to do this all the way around the outside. Yep. Yeah, one there. And yeah, once I've done that, I think that'll be it for this portion of the build. So, do you know what? I don't think you really need to see the end result. You can kind of see what's going on here, and it's getting night. So I'm about to have a mob battle on my hands. So I'm actually going to see you in the next video, which will hopefully release not too long after this. So keep checking your subs feed, because I will crop up again in it. I hope you enjoyed this part. If you have, please feel free to leave a like, and if you don't want to miss the rest of the build, then hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Catch you later.